round off your stitches. You've now got this lovely square piece of knitted fabric, but you need to sew it up in order to make it into a functional glove. So there's two parts to this. The first part is that if you have a short tail like this, you're going to need to weave the end in before anything else happens. And if you're going to weave your end in, it's nice to kind of twist the yarn a little bit so that it's easier to thread your yarn needle. All right, and this is also the point where you kind of get to decide the front and the back of your project. Along the top here, this is where I did my cast off, and so it just looks a little bit different from the rows below it. On the other side, there's less of a difference, so I know that I want to make this the back side. So I'm going to go ahead and just weave the yarn needle in between my stitches and then pull the yarn through. This tail is a little bit short. What I really like to do is then be able to change direction and go back the other way so that that tail really isn't going to come out. And then once you've woven the tail through, when you pull, it kind of pulls everything together. So I like to kind of ease the fabric back a little bit with my fingers, because then it just makes the end disappear. You have no idea where it even was. And that's not visible from the front side at all. And even not that visible from the back. I'm going to do the same thing with the other end. All right, there, no more unsightly ends, and we can move on to the wonderful world of sewing. Okay, so you want to take a piece of yarn that's probably almost about 3 feet long. And so you want to decide which is going to be the bottom and the top of your glove. What I recommend is putting the cast off edge as the part that's going to go around your fingers, because the stretchier end is down here at the bottom where we cast on. And so since the circumference at the middle of your forearm is a little bit bigger than the circumference around your hand, you want that stretch at the bottom. So you want to start by securing the end that you're going to sew with. And you can do this the same way that we wove our ends in. Now we're going to do a little trick here, because right now if I pull on this, it's just going to pull straight out. So what I recommend doing is I just went down through this stitch this way. I'm going to go down again the exact same way so that I'm creating a loop. And now if I pull on it, it's not going anywhere. So then I'm going to put the two edges that I want to sew together so that they're touching. And then we're going to get into one of the things about garter stitch that I love, is that it makes these little nubs on the end of each row, that you just have this tiny little part that sticks out a little bit, and that's what we're going to use to sew up our glove. So I'm going to go in through one of these little nubs, through one on the opposite side, and then I'm just going to connect them up like that the whole way across. So then I'm going to go through this one, and then pick up, match one across, really nice, easy way to make these up. But if you need to leave a place for your thumb to come out, so don't just zip along the whole length. We only want to go part of the way. So you can, when you're kind of partway through this, you can just kind of try the glove on to sort of see how it's fitting and figure out where you want your thumb placement. All right, when you're about here, so I've got 7 ridges left. That's about where I want to stop, because I want to have a good portion of the glove above my thumb. That's a good place for my thumb opening. So what I'm going to do now is take it back off, and I'm going to not go down where I came in, but just over a little bit, and really reinforce this last stitch. So So we want that to be really secure. Then what you want to do is working on the inside. Take the needle and scooch down, go through a couple of the stitches that you just made, go around one of the stitches to make it really secure, and then weave the end in just like the ends from the knitting. Down, back the other way. Okay, and then I'm going to break the yarn off here. And bury that end, point up a little bit. All right, so the next thing that you want to do is you want to start up in the top corner. So again, I'm going to weave my end in to secure it. And then scoot up here at the top. Go through a stitch to make sure that that's nice and tight and not going anywhere. Because if you think about gloves, one of the places that there's a lot of stress is at the top. So this is a good place to make sure that you've really secured that yarn. And then just like we were doing before, you're going to connect these little nubs one to another. This time we're only doing 3. So that's 1, that's 2, and this is 3. I'm going to go through that stitch again to make sure it's secure. I'm going to tuck my needle through to the inside of the work. Go back up through those stitches that I just made. I'm going to weave my end in. This is very good cast off. Change direction. Buried, and that is a lovely finished glove.